being the last guy, I'm just gonna breeze through, try to keep it brief. Another presentation involving AI. This time it's AI-powered code review and quality assurance. My name is Prakash Ojha. Thank you for having me here. Today, I'll be diving into how AI is changing the current software development landscape and particularly touching in the area of code review and quality assurance. My table of contents, I wrote a very kind of formal presentation. So we started with the introduction, the shift in software development, the current state of code review and quality assurance. This is like before the AI is introduced, and how is the AI revolutionizing code review and QA, the key benefits, and then I'll go over real-world impacts, quantifiable improvements, and how AI is transforming testing. Then I'll go over case studies, and then challenges and consideration in adoption, and finally, conclusion. The software industry is, as we have heard all day today concerning AI, it's undergoing fundamental shift driven by the more recent advancement in machine learning and AI technologies. Traditionally, software development, particularly code review and QA, involve manual reviews, which have been very time consuming, and they are also prone to error due to the very nature. And AI, it's enhancing these processes and it's transforming them by automating code analysis, predicting issues, and providing insights that are like harder for humans to catch or reach. And they represent a move towards more intelligent and data-driven software engineering practice. The current state of code review and QA. The manual code review relies heavily on individual expertise, where people have different sets of expertise, and that can lead to inconsistencies and the quality being very different. Also, a lot of bugs are missed. There's limited, with studies showing that only 70 to 60% of the defects are detected using traditional manual methods. Also, the cost of fixing the bugs grows exponentially as you are further along in the development lifecycle. As the issues are discovered later, they cost more, and therefore it's better to catch them early on. One example, Cisco Systems did a study, and they found that the traditional code reviews typically uncover only 60 to 70% of the defects. This leads to the defects being not caught on time and building up technical debts. How is AI revolutionizing code review and QA? AI tools can analyze vast amounts of code with speed and accuracy far beyond human capacity. For example, a human may need 1 hour to review like 100 to 200 lines of code, whereas an AI can review thousands of lines per minute. And also there are within AI techniques like natural language processing allow AI to understand the code documentation, comments, and even commit messages. And that way they can really catch errors and discrepancies and enhance the review process. Pattern recognition is another thing that identifies commonly occurring code issues like memory leaks and more subtle vulnerabilities that could be missed. Also, AI tools provide real-time feedback, which enables developers to detect and fix problems as they are coding because it's context-aware. And this reduces chance of technical debts piling up. The key point is that AI doesn't just automate tasks, it enhances them. It makes it better it applies sophisticated analysis to detect the issues earlier, and it's more effective. Key benefits of AI-driven code review. Enhanced code quality. AI tools can identify potential bugs, vulnerabilities, and code smells, leading to higher quality code. Accelerated development lifecycle. By automating code reviews and testing, AI reduces the time needed for this task, thereby allowing for more rapid iteration. Reduction in technical debts. When we detect issues early on, it prevents technical debts from piling up, also leads to fewer problems downstream, and it saves both efforts and money in the long run. And predictive analytics. AI can also look at the potential bottlenecks and history and times more accurately, and it allows for better planning and resource allocation. Personalized assistance. AI-driven tools are context-aware. They offer real-time suggestions and auto-completions, code snippets, and help, thereby helping developers to achieve like a consistent standard. What are the real-world impacts? What are some measurable improvements? The bug detection rate. Using AI-driven tools increase the detection rate from 70% to 95%, which is a 35.7% improvement. Cutting down in development lifecycle time. AI-driven tools cut down the development time from 12 weeks to 8 weeks, accelerating like the time it takes to market the product. Code review time, it cut down the code review time from 8 hours to 2 hours per 1,000 lines of code, which is 75% time saving. Test generation time, it decreased from 24 hours to 6 hours, resulting in 75% reduction. Prediction accuracy for project bottlenecks improved from 60% to 85%, helping delays. Developer productivity, it increased from 100 lines to 150 lines per day, which is basically a boost of output by 50%. Test coverage increased from 75% to 95%, nearly 30% increase in comprehensive testing. So the key takeaway from the real-world impacts is that the integration of these tools significantly enhances efficiency and quality. How is AI transforming testing? It generates automated test generation. It generates test cases based on anytime there's code change, it detects that and update the test cases so that which can be very time-consuming and costly effort. Self-healing test, the AI-powered tools can, based on the user interface changes, they can update the scripts and reducing human intervention. Again, intelligent test execution, it prioritizes which are more high-priority test cases, which has more risk, and then the likelihood of bugs occurring. This optimizes testing efforts and reduces time. Predictive analytics in testing. AI can analyze historical test data, and it can predict the areas that can have defects, allowing the QA teams to focus on critical parts of the code. Impact, organizations that have been using AI-driven tools, they have integrated AI-driven tools in QA have reported up to 50% reduction in time and a significant decrease in bugs reaching production. Some case studies, success. Amazon Code Guru is an AI-powered code review tool that helped Amazon reduce application downtime by 50% by detecting critical issues that would have not been detected by human using traditional methods. Static code analysis in continuous integration pipeline. By integrating AI tools into CI/CD processes, companies have seen a 60% increase in defect detection rates. This leads to more stable deployments. Deployment failures reduced by 60%. Organizations that used AI-powered analysis to monitor code changes have reported significantly lower failure rates in production releases. The takeaway is that AI is not just theoretical concept, it's delivering concrete, measurable results every day in the real world. Now, what are the challenges and consideration to adopt AI? And the primary challenge is initial setup cost. Integrating the AI tools requires initial upfront investment in new technology and training. Learning curve. Development teams may need time to adapt to new workflow and AI-powered tools. Data quality requirement. The effectiveness of AI tools depends on the quality and quantity of data used for training. So you need good quality data upfront. How do we overcome these challenges? What are the solutions? We start small, begin by automating simple tasks such as just code linking or generating test cases. Then continuously learning. Choose an AI tool that improves as more data becomes available, more as it learns from the history. Conclusion is that while there are challenges that exist with adopting AI in QA, the benefits outweigh the cost and it's worthwhile endeavor. Conclusion, in the future of AI-driven development, the key takeaway is AI is revolutionizing software development by enhancing quality, accelerating cycles, and enabling more predictive insights. Development teams can focus on creative problem solving and innovation as AI handles routine and complex tasks. And early adopters of AI-driven methodologies gain a significant competitive edge in the rapidly evolving tech landscape. The call to action is embrace AI to revolutionize your software development process and stay ahead of the competition. Thank you.
Hi. Good question. So you mentioned you guys are using UI for quality assurance, AI tools for quality assurance. So results are impressive. What kind of AI tools are you guys using to achieve those results for quality assurance?
We use Copilot in our project, but this is more based on the research from other teams.
Okay, so more like for unit level testing then?
Integration testing, yeah.
Or functional integration or more on the unit level?
Unit level. But this is more like based on other studies, literature. So not just our tools.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey. Great presentation, by the way. There's a lot of stuff around AI and software development, but not a lot of stuff around QA. So that's awesome. Question. So what's check? I don't know, I feel like this is the obvious, but like what's checking the AI? Do you see your organization training your own models, ensuring that it has the data that it needs, properly QA the environment, or will you just go based off of Copilot and stuff?
No, especially with using Copilot, there's been a lot of issues. So yes, you are correct. It is not foolproof. With regarding the QA, they are still working in the company to set up. There's a different team that's working on it. But from my and our team's experience, yeah, there are some challenges, and we have to keep vigilant. Like in terms of we are responsible for what's being provided.
Mm-hmm.
With time, we hope it will grow better. But yeah, there are challenges. Sometimes it gives wrong answers, and you have to, unfortunately. And this is where I see the challenge also, because focusing too much on AI, even though I spoke about AI, there's a danger to it. Because with a lot of years of experience, so many people talk about like how they spend hours. I spent days on something back in the days. The knowledge can get lost, and the new engineers, they will not have the same level of experience to detect the issues. But even with that, there is definitely benefit. It automates a lot of tasks, it processes. It's improving the speed, but I don't know if it's going to replace humans. It cannot replace humans. So it's like more like hybrid approach, right? You use AI, but also you have human supervision.
Yeah, so let AI just manage the low-hanging fruit, and then somebody goes in and does a double check.
Yeah, and also because AI, it's basically copying your stuff. Everybody, like, people have had insights, inventions, like original thoughts. It comes from creativity. It comes from humans. So far, I don't see original thought in AI. It's copying all the literature, everything. Like I'm speaking also, like I'm using all this literature to speak, but it's also copying everybody's data and literature. And I don't know where it's going to go when you don't have the learning original thoughts. And that's a point of concern, right?
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Really loved your presentation. I had a question. Are there any specific, based on your research, like particular types of bugs and defects that you see AI being better at detecting and helping to mitigate?
Yeah. For example, there was one, I forgot, sorry, I was so nervous, I ran through it. Like C++ code, right? You know how you have all this mallocs in, and then you have to free up the memory. And all code bases, they're like, we know this exists, but it's so hard to people leave it there. And AI can predict that. It really it eliminates 90% of those. It found out the 90% of those issues, right? And also fixed task where there is already, like I said, it's not original thought. It can solve. Also, it learns from your own code too, right? As you're coding, it tries to mimic your code. If human makes mistake, it can copy the mistakes too. But certain things that are mathematical, that are like straightforward, provable, that you can almost use a theorem to prove, that AI can do. And there is the AI versus human. There are certain things I don't know if we can mimic, totally replace the creativity that humans bring.
That's super helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, did you encounter a problem on AI being too easy to decide what to be run or not because of some criteria? For instance, in the old way, automation systems are kept and preserved to keep running scenarios in an effort to catch issues, right? And you may have a lot of them, and it may look like unnecessary to run them all when there's no software that changed directly, right? In AI, you run some AI, and AI will tell you don't need to run that. Just run very small percentage of those. Also, experience says that some of those issues that are there will be catched by those issues that nobody knew. It was just by log that it were run, and now you don't even run them because AI is telling you that's not necessary, or it doesn't make sense to run them in something, right?
Yeah.
Do you see some more sophistication on how AI can help you to make that decision, right?
Yeah, I mean, went over the analysis of the code, right? The statistical analysis is like just analyzing the code, but AI can do better job than that. It can predict where the issues will arise. But like I said, it's not going to solve everything. Even here, it didn't reach 100%. It was like 75, 90%, but it's not going to reach 100%. At least not yet. Thank you.